There are 4 processes that create the foundation for collaborative and strategic conversations in motivational interviewing. These phases serve as the steps to guide us in our dialogue in a meaningful and deliberate manner. The MI skills, otherwise known as ORs, are used throughout all phases, but will be used somewhat differently depending on the phase. Engaging is the high process. This is how we begin to formulate a partnership with someone and establish a connection and collaborative working relationship. It's a critically important phase that is threaded throughout the intervention because understanding who this person is and what matters to them only strengthens our ability to discuss change. We can't have deep, meaningful conversation about change without engagement. The goals in the engaging process are to develop rapport, reduce defensiveness, and create a comfortable and safe environment. We may ask ourselves, how comfortable is this person talking to me? How supportive and helpful am I being? Do I understand their perspective? Or does it feel like a collaborative conversation? Focusing is the what of the process. It's an opportunity to find a clear direction with this person. What did they come to talk to us about? What is their particular goal for change? Arriving at a focus together reinforces collaborative engagement and can pave the road to success in talking about change. Some things we can be mindful of when we're focusing. What's their change goal? Do I have different aspirations for change for this person? Does it feel like we're moving together and not in different directions? Are we doing more dancing? Or are we doing more wrestling? The why of the process is evoking, exploring a person's own ideas and feelings about why and how they might make a change. The purpose is to draw out the person's own internal motivations for change. This phase is important because it should be their goals for change, not ours. Things you should keep in mind when you're evoking is what is the person's own reasons for change? Is the reluctance more about their confidence or the importance of the change? What change talk am I hearing? Am I steering too far or too fast in a particular direction for change? The final phase is planning, which is really how are we going to get there? During this step in the process, a person begins thinking and talking about when and how to change and less about if they should change. Planning can feel vulnerable for the person because action can be scary. It's important to be realistic and help them to remember incremental steps are big wins. Planning includes developing a commitment to change and formulating a plan. In planning, we continue to explore and elicit for the person's own ideas and solutions, supporting their choices. Things to keep in mind when you're planning: what are a reasonable next step? What would help them move forward? Am I exploring their plan rather than advising or prescribing? And when I offer information or advice, do I ask permission? The 4 processes start with the foundation of engaging and move to focusing, evoking, and finally planning. On one hand, the processes follow in order, and on the other hand, they can recur and overlap. Our intention and skills are distinct in each step. We may walk these steps at different paces. It's important to make sure we check in with the person to make certain we are on the same step, or at the very least, walking in the same direction.